are your biggest goals if elected?
So you're asking for my stump speech.
Yep.
The answer is a lot of work we can do on justice and policing, neighborhood policing. A lot of need, I think, in the affordable housing space, and we need to work there. We also need to work on infrastructure and neighborhood development, and then a big one for me is government transparency. We need to improve transparency in the city government.
Justice and police, what do you mean by that?
Well, for one thing, there's we had a significant bump in crime rates in Grand Rapids during COVID, and particularly in the juvenile population. So figuring out how to make sure that we're coordinating with our schools so that kids are in school, and so that we can stop behaviors that aren't good out in the community. It's a very complex conversation, but our new police chief is great. I'm excited to be working with him, but we can always do better, and policing issues often boil down to what your policies are, your training, your hiring practices, and your leadership. So all of those things are going to be part of the mix of doing things better.
Affordable housing is such a difficult, complicated issue. How do you plan to address that?
Sure. Well, and often when people hear affordable housing, sometimes maybe they think about the unhoused population, which is a small but acute part of the issue. And so we absolutely have to do better on how we're responding to, with empathy, the needs of the unhoused population. Then you've got a lot of people who need short-term housing and who are unhoused, frankly, because of affordability issues. There's a lot to do in that space, from lowering costs of construction, speeding up timelines for construction and permitting, getting rid of a lot of unnecessary regulation, down to, frankly, a regional resource-based response. So I am clear that I think that this has got to be either a county-wide or a several city-wide response that involves real resources that we can use to address affordability in town. It's a big issue. There's a huge need. Lots of organizations grappling with the issue right now, but it's time that we take action.
How?
Well, if we actually devote resources to it, we can start building more housing that is affordable. We can, as we do development, require affordable components to that development. There are ways you can do development. They're called development agreements, and you can put those in place that have actual paybacks into the community. So it's a very complex issue. It's not something we're going to get into a 2-minute interview, but there's a lot to be done there.
Explain to me, what do you think is best for Grand Rapids?
What's best for Grand Rapids is that the human beings who live here have good lives, and that people who are here feel valued, respected, and have dignity, and that people who want to move here are able to move here.
Is there room to work on things in Grand Rapids?
Of course. I own a number of businesses, and I always say, when people say government should be more like a business, I say, well, in the sense that every year my business has new good ideas that we implement that make it more efficient, make it work better. Government's the same way. The fact that a lot of things are going well doesn't mean things can't go better. So I am really proud that I've got both of our former mayors endorsing me, Mayor Hartwell and Mayor Bliss, and that's because there are all of the things that they have been working on are things that I want to continue to work on.
You've got some state level political experience. Why don't you go into your experience a little bit, just for, I just got done wrapping up an interview with former Commissioner Lanier, who's got a ton of city experience. What makes you qualified?
Well, I've got the city experience too, of course. I was a city commissioner. So she has some experience in places that I also have experience in. She was also on the school board. What makes me different is I did transformative work in those places. So when I was on city commission, I instituted some real reforms to how our court systems worked in the city, and did some restorative justice work. When I was on school board, I instituted a restorative justice program that cut our suspensions and expulsions in half in our city schools, and did expungement work at the state level that it's helped at this point over 1 million people get on with their lives, get better jobs, get employment. So the clean slate legislation that's triggered a lot of the expungement fairs in town, that was a result of a project that I initiated, and I wrote those bills and got them passed.
I want to talk big projects in Grand Rapids and what your plans are for those. Amphitheater, soccer stadium, that's something that people are paying attention to and that they're kind of concerned about in the terms of, like, everyone who I talk to is like, is my tax money going to go to this, that whole thing? What's your stance on that?
Sure. Well, the first thing is that the hotel motel tax, which is being proposed, is kind of a beautiful tax because it's not taxing residents; it's taxing people who stay in hotels and motels from out of town. So that's going to be the revenue source for these projects going forward, largely, as well as some private sector contributions and some other sources. But there's always a balance because I think that the city, as far as I'm concerned, the city has to be good for city residents. I'm not all that interested in being a vacation spot for people who don't live here. But it's also true that catalyst projects can have a big difference. And so if we want to talk for a second about the soccer stadium, the example I use is Wrigleyville in Chicago. Now, I don't want to live next to Wrigley Field, but that is a vibrant neighborhood that, lots of folks want to live in there. They can watch the game from their roof or whatever. There's lots of sports bars around Wrigleyville. It's a vibrant, cool neighborhood. Now, if the soccer stadium becomes a kernel for that kind of vibrant development in that part of our city, that'd be wonderful. Do I want to live next to a soccer stadium? No. But cities really are a collection of neighborhoods. So I don't live in Heritage Hill because I don't like Ottawa Hills. I love Ottawa Hills, but it's different. I love Alger Heights. It's a different neighborhood. I love Garfield Park. It's a different neighborhood. I love Creston. Different neighborhood. So all these different neighborhoods have different flavors and different feels. So some of those projects I hope can help with adding flavor and making the city a more fun place to live. So same thing with the amphitheater. I mean, if you look at what's on the space where the amphitheater is going to go, we're storing city salt trucks there, and it's some of the nicest real estate in Grand Rapids. That doesn't make much sense. The vision for what's going to go in there, it involves green space, real community access. Now, I hope the music isn't too loud because it's not that far from my house. But really, cities are beautiful because they are community. And the reason that I love cities more than I love things that aren't cities is because cities have density and they let you see your neighbors and rub shoulders with them and build relationships. And so community gathering spots are things I love. I mean, I started the Wealthy Street Bakery because it was a community gathering spot. I started Four Friends Coffee House back in the day, community gathering spot. Long Road Distillers, community gathering spot. So I love being in the business of helping people get to know their neighbors and enjoy them. And so if these projects help that happen, then I'm excited about them.
Great. Is there anything else that we haven't addressed that you'd like to talk about?
I think that right now in America, there is a deep level of distrust in government, and I think that's something that has to be addressed at every level. And so at the city, I absolutely am going to be working for a requirement that all elected officials have to disclose their finances. I disclosed mine years ago, but if you don't know where my money is, why should you trust me? Restoring trust in the government is a problem for politicians more than it's a problem for voters, and I really want to work on that at the city level. Getting dark money out of politics, having better transparency, something that we really can do work on.